This is Old Man Sinister, and welcome to our first Super Strike event guide. I'm skipping straight to the new stage because the first stage of the event has been around since nearly the beginning of Dokkan Battle's launch, and there's not much advice to give there but to use your strongest green tech team and make sure you farm enough to have 2 copies of Vegeta, one at 10 super attack and the other at 5, fully awakened and at max level. For starters, when making your team for any Super Strike event, you are limited to a 100 team cost, which is even more of a limitation when you consider that those restrictions include the cost of the friend leader you bring along. It's of note, however, that you do not have to fill every slot on your team. If you want to lead with Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku, bring another one as a friend, and nuke with Green Technique Cell, it's an option, albeit a high-risk one, as all of your empty slots will be filled with Cybermen that are not going to stand up to many of Vegeta's attacks while you get everyone into position. Of course, you should also be using Green Technique characters as much as you can, unless you have a really good excuse not to, such as a high-powered stunner like General Blue. You're also going to want to be boosting Ki as much as possible because Vegeta has enough health that you're going to need to push your limited team as far as it can go with all the super attacks you can. For more specifics, Sealing will once again be rather useful because of how aggressive Vegeta can be with his Gallic gun, and as mentioned before, a stunner or two will help you breathe a little. But there aren't that many effective options in Green Technique, so it's almost a question of whether or not you have Whis realistically. Finally, you should at least be able to manage the cost of at least one ultra-rare character, so make it count. Like, say, pairing Android 18 with Fusion Android 18 for some respectable damage. As for Vegeta himself, he's pretty straightforward. First you fight the original Strike event character, a blue agility boss, followed by the new Super Strike character, also a blue agility boss, with 2 health meters. Like I said before, he's pretty aggressive with his Gallic gun, so be prepared. Overall, your support item selection is going to depend on what strategy you're using, but will likely include 1 or 2 full heal items, as well as support items like Ghost Usher, King Yima, or Baba. So this is the team I used, with some information on why I chose it. I tried a few free-to-play teams, but I couldn't make them work. However, this team was essentially undefeated for 14 fights while I farmed medals. First, my leader was Jackie Chun, Seasoned Sensei. Jackie provides +3 Ki for technique types, has an attack boosting passive, and has the more important of the 2 Dragon Ball Saga links, the plus Ki link, The Incredible Adventure. If you've been keeping up with my advice, he should also have a super attack of 10, and with all the Ki bonuses available, he will take advantage of that often. Second was Beerus, Carnage Awakens. He also has an increased damage passive, as well as damage boosting and small HP regeneration links with Whis. While he's not extremely powerful, I considered him my main damage dealer and prioritized giving him Ki when I didn't need to save it for a Sealing character. Third was Trunks Zeno, Reinstating History. He's just a good all-around unit for this fight because of his type match, cost, and passive that buffs against single opponents. He does link with some characters, but not in any way that's worth going out of your way for. Fourth was Whis, Enigmatic Power. Whis has a high stun rate on his normal attack, as well as having the previously mentioned useful links with Beerus, so they need to be put together and kept together as soon as you can. It should be noted that his stun only lasts 1 turn, however, so any attacks Vegeta makes before his turn, you'll just have to take, even if the stun works. I should also point out that you can actually take advantage of Save Load with stunners. The chance of an ability triggering is predetermined at the beginning of a round, so reloading will not change those numbers. However, there is a different variable determined for each character position. So if you want to stop attacks coming later in the turn, you can try moving your stunner to a different spot and see if it works, though I wouldn't try the 3rd position unless you absolutely must stun to survive, since that will add extra time to your stunner's rotation. 5th was Bulma Bunny, Stimulating Beauty. She can seal super attacks with her super, has a damage boosting passive, and has the Dragon Ball Saga Ki and damage buff links, though she only gets that damage boost with Mutaito, and you don't usually want them to be together. She also links with other characters on the team, but it's nothing to focus on positioning for. Last was Mutaito, Martial Artist's Belief. Much like Bulma, Mutaito seals super attacks, has a situational attack buff with his passive, and has both of the Dragon Ball Saga links. He also has a Supreme Warrior link, which will give both him and Jackie an extra +1 Ki together, so you'll also want to pair them. Finally, for my friend, I always used a +3 Ki leader, preferably another Jackie Chun. Even though two Jackies cannot link together, they will still link with Bulma and Mutaito, and having a second makes it much more likely you'll have 3 plus key characters in one turn, which will almost guarantee the center character can super attack. As for items, I took Dende, Senzu Beans, Cargo, and Ghost Usher. Because I had my sealers, I didn't need Baba because the seals last 2 turns, and it was pretty rare that Vegeta would both attack first and use a super before being sealed again, though it is a possibility to prepare for. 2 sealers may have been overkill, so you might want to try Oolong as an alternative to Bulma, since he has a decent chance to stun and super attack, and has the same links where it matters. Regardless, because I didn't need Baba, paired with the regeneration from Beerus and Whis linking together, Cargo was almost as effective as a full heal item at recovering to a survivable state. That's about everything for the main fight, but if you want to see a brief example of how to raise your Super Strike character to 15 super attack, keep watching for after the battle.
Time to get serious. Gonna go all out.
So I'm starting off with the Vegeta I Dokkan awakened to max super attack level. And of course you don't have to level or awaken him normally, I just went ahead and did that to clear some room in my box. I also have my second, non-Dokkan Vegeta at Super Attack 5, ready to awaken and finish things off. While you could feed the non-Dokkan Vegeta to this one to raise his super attack, because he's not the same exact card by name, there's only a chance of success instead of a guarantee. As you can see, even fully awakened, the normal event drop Vegeta only has a 50% chance of raising super attack. And it should also be noted that no matter what the super attack level of the non-Dokkan Vegeta is, the super attack of the Dokkan one would only be raised by 1 level, since both cards need to be exact copies of each other by name to transfer levels completely. Okay, now we Dokkan the second copy, and once that's done, we'll give him to the original and we're pretty much done with this event. Well, maybe. There are at least 2 more Super Strikes coming up that we know of for red strength characters, Mercenary Tao and Future Trunks, so it might actually not hurt to go ahead and farm yet another copy if you've got nothing better to do. Even I'm not sure whether I will or not, but I am leaning towards doing so, since it's not going to hurt to have a spare. Other than the pain of the grind, of course. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more videos as soon as I can.
Alright, time for some training!